Hot off the presses. We here to talk about YFN Lucci. Now I know a lot of people been paying attention to this YSL case more, especially some of the shit we've been hearing about Fonnie Willis. Apparently and allegedly, she was talking or having a romantic relationship with somebody on staff. So they could get her into some shit that apparently he's getting paid more than other niggas. Basically, they could get her into some shit that honestly could help Thug and like Donald Trump in this case if they find out, because she's like the head DEA or attorney, whatever the fuck. I said DEA like she an agent, but you know what I mean. Basically, she's one of the heads of the legal team if she gets found out that she's on some shit. It's crazy, but we're not really here to dive into that. I don't have the facts for that 100%. We here to talk about fucking where's my shit at? Here it is. Nope, not this one. That YFN Lucci, um, potentially, well, not even potentially, gets 20-year sentence for violating Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act, but it's most likely that he could possibly serve 3.5 years. Now, first of all, he got locked up before, though. I think he got locked up. He got locked up during the pandemic, so I'm gonna say 2020 got locked up. So at this, I don't know exactly what month he got locked up. I think it was around June and July. Like I said, the pandemic months just blending at this fucking point. So with that being said, give or take 3 or 4 years. But he's been locked up for a minute. Basically put his shit on the back burner because of this YSL shit. So it's just been crazy, as well as, and I feel like I reported recently that he was getting a trial date early this year. So I was like, cool, at least you finally get your trial. You gonna see what happens with that shit or whatever. But now it looks like instead of waiting, I don't know if this is him or maybe his legal team instructed him, he gets a 20-year sentence for violating Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. Now, honestly, hey, I don't know if this is a deal. They took the plea deal. I don't know what. And maybe he gets out early. That's why the other article says 3 to 5. But we're going to read both of these articles and see what's happening. You already know what it is. You know the kid. You know how to talk my itty bitty little flits. So, YFN Lucci has been hit with a 20-year sentencing after pleading guilty to one count of violation of the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. He accepts 10 years in prison, followed by an additional 10 years of probation. The rapper also enters the sentence with time served dating back to January 13, 2021. Oh, he got locked up that early. Damn. I thought it was 2020, but damn, he got locked up early. Fuck. As well as a letter from the state to the Pardon and Parole Board confirming it. We will not object to his early release, although WSB TV's Michael, these names, Sedan, I don't know how to pronounce it. If I made a mistake, it is what it is. Reports he will likely only spend about 3.5 more months behind bars. Prior to his plea, Lucci faced several more counts, including felony murder, which carried a maximum penalty of life without parole. Prior to the sentence reading, Lucci apologized to the victim's family as well as his own friends and loved ones. Lucci's attorney, Drew Fiddling, addresses forward whether his client will have to testify during the ongoing YSL RICO. Anything that says that anybody that says that is a liar, he began. We all just went to court today. It's clear as day. There is no cooperation in the YSL case. He will not be testifying in that case. If anybody wants to subpoena him, we'll file a subpoena to quash that subpoena. He wants nothing to do with that case. He's made that clear. For 3.5 years, he has said he knows nothing and will not participate in the case. Okay, while Lucci's case is done, okay, y'all gonna bring it back to Thug, I get it. But let me go read this other shit. I want to see if there's difference here. Only served 3.5 more months in jail following his 20-year sentence on Tuesday. The sentence was to be broken down with 10 years of prison time and another 10 years of probation, as part of his plea deal in which he admits his guilt in violating the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. The state will write a letter to the Pardon and Parole Board confirming it will not object to his early release. Accounting for the time served he's piled up since his arrest on January 13th, 2021, he will be eligible for parole in just a few months. The deal isn't bad for Lucci, considering that that prior to his acceptance of the plea, he faced several more counts, including felony murder, which carried a maximum penalty of life without parole. Before his sentence was read on Tuesday, he apologized to the victim's family. Okay, so this is kind of what I read already. This is kind of what I read. But so he was sentenced to 10 years in prison after serving 1/3 of his sentence. He is eligible for parole after getting credit for the time served. He will be eligible for parole in 3.5 months, I guess. Yeah, okay. So basically what I read, I didn't have to read this shit. There's some other shit. But anyways. So honestly, it was a better deal. I think I reported on last time, like, Fonnie Willis offered this man a wild deal that this nigga, like, it was like 20 years or whatever the fuck she offered this nigga. And I was like, excuse me, you would be an idiot to take that. So the fact he got this deal is way better. And honestly, at this point, bro, as you can see, he just got locked up at the wrong time because they just all focusing on Thug. Like, yeah, they know they got your case, but that shit's in the background. You ain't trying to help them niggas testify. They ain't like, all right, man, we'll get to you. We'll get to you. Let's get Thug. That's more important shit at the moment. Then we'll worry about you and your shit, which is crazy. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Honestly, man, hey, he took the guilty plea, and if he could get out in the next 3 months, 3.5 months, bro, get out, do his career. No nigga go and question his gangster. It is what it is at this point. Now I don't know about his other people's, because it was like a RICO. They got caught in a RICO, so I forgot how many people got caught. I think it was like, I forgot how much counts it was. It was a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It was a big ass RICO. They got a couple of guys. Sorry about that. So I don't know about the other people, but hey, if we get more information, of course, Lucci was the big name, and now we know his fate. So it is what it is. And honestly, bro, my nigga coming home, he coming to do music, coming to see his family. He been locked up for a minute. It is what it is at this point. Hey, we gonna see. Clearly, the attention is more on Thug, and they're trying to nail Thug. So hey, he kind of lucked out in the sense of they got Young Thug. Clearly, it seems like everybody in Atlanta, not on Atlanta, in Atlanta, is trying to get Thug. All the police, all the legal teams, they just trying to get Thug and give him time. So you kind of lucked out, and you getting out in 3.5 months. Pretty decent. I ain't gonna lie, you out now. Of course, stay out of trouble, so your shit is cool. And yeah, 10 years prison, 10 years probation. You know what I'm saying? Not bad. It's still 20 years. I think, yeah, this is the Fonnie Willis shit, but at least it's structured a little bit better. And hey, you just got to keep it, not get in trouble, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and then we'll see what happens if the nigga could tour or go to the studio and shit, his limitations. But yeah, besides that, man, it is what it is. It's pretty good. You got to clap it up for Lucci. He kind of out of that jam at the end of the day. But yeah, what do y'all feel about this situation? And of course, you know, the lawyer had to, you know, vehemently say, this nigga ain't gonna snitch. He ain't gonna be part of that Young Thug shit. Hey, you could snitch with class. If we see what that nigga Slug is doing, apparently, you could snitch, but not snitch too much. Yeah, man. But hey, that's a story for another day. Besides all that, hey, what do y'all feel about this situation? Put your comments down below. Check out the links in the description. Besides all that, you already know what it is. It's your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing out for today. The Black TJ that while doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. He like Shishkai. Trying to hit a little bit more to hear me. I'm gone. Slabs on. Peace out, guy. Aye.